Hello everyone, today we will be discussing about Thomas Hardy's Afterwards. This particular poem comes in University of Calcutta's AEC1 CCF Semester 1 compulsory English paper. Thomas Hardy was a famous English poet and novelist known for his deep reflections on life, nature, and human emotions. The poem Afterwards was published in 1917. Very important point to note, 1917 में publish किए गए थे. And as the last poem in his collection, Moments of Vision. That was the collection name. Afterwards is a famous poem by Thomas Hardy. It was published in his 1917 book called Moments of Vision and Miscellaneous Verses. The poem says that paying attention to nature and enjoying its beauty is a good and meaningful way to live. Hardy wants people to remember him as someone who cared about the world around him even after he is gone. Afterwards meaning, we all know, after meaning latter. So the poet is imagining an imaginary future where he is no more there, but still people will remember him, how he cared about nature. So this is the overall summary of the poem. ठीक है. For anyone who is thinking about the end of life, the idea that others will remember their love of nature can be comforting. The poem suggests that even when we leave the world, our joy in noticing and appreciating nature can remain alive in the memories of other people. ठीक है ना. तो स्टैंजा 1. Stanza 1. So the lines say, when the present has latched its postern behind my tremulous stay, and the month of May month flaps its glad green leaves like wings, delicate filmed as new spun silk, will the neighbors say. He was a man who used to notice such things. Question mark. What toward meaning we have? When the present, when the current time has latched its postern, has closed a small back door. That means the present is no more there. Behind my tremulous stay, behind my shaky, uncertain life or stay on earth, and the May month, in the month of May, flaps its green leaves like wings. The happy green leaves move gently like bird wings. We all know in the month of May, month of May comes under summer. So in the time of summer, greenery is prevailed everywhere in environment. So the poet is mentioning the month of May and the greenery around us. Delicate filmed as new spun silk, covered lightly and beautifully like fresh and fine silk threads. Now the poet is showing his concern that his neighbors, will the neighbors say, will the people living nearby say or notice? He was a man who used to notice such things. These such things meaning the greenery of the nature. Hardy was a nature lover, so that's why he was saying ki whether his neighbors will remember him after his death, that there was a person who used to notice nature in that manner, in that minute manner. So he was someone who used to pay attention to the small beautiful details. Okay, so this is the summary of the previous stanza 1. आप लोग पॉज करके यहाँ पर पढ़ सकते हैं. Otherwise you can get the entire PDF from my Telegram group, so you can join in my Telegram group by clicking into the link. The link must be in the description box. So we swiftly go for the stanza 2. Stanza 2, we are here. Stanza 2. If it be in the dusk meaning the time just before the dusk, just before the night, ठीक है, like an eyelid soundless blink, the dewfall hawk comes crossing the shades to alight upon the wind warped upland thorn. A gazer may think, to him this must have been a familiar sight. If it be in the dusk means the time just before night when it is getting dark. If it happens to be, or if it occurs at when, like an eyelid soundless blink, eyelids are blinking okay, blinking, but there is no sound. Blinking doesn't have any sounds. Eyelids blink means the quick closing and opening of an eye. Soundless means without any noise. The line compares the quiet and quick moments of dusk to a silent blink of an eye. ठीक है. Next we have the dewful hawk comes crossing the shades to alight. Dewful hawk is a poetic term for a hawk seen during the cool early evening or morning when dew is present. Hawk meaning a bird, ठीक है. Hawk meaning a bird, ठीक है ना. Crossing the shades meaning flying silently through the shadows or darker areas. To alight means to land gently upon the wind warped upland thorn. Wind warped means bent or twisted by the wind. Upland refers to a higher land or hill area. Thorn is a sharp pointed branch of a plant or tree. A gazer may think. Gazer means a person who looks steadily or watches. May think means might feel or imagine. To him this must have been a familiar sight. This means the person being spoken about. The poet used to know this quiet peaceful scene well. That means the poet Thomas Hardy here is a nature lover. He notices every minute details of nature steadily, patiently. Okay, so next we have the summary, a small summary of the stanza 2. ठीक है, you can pause here and read it. Stanza 3 we will read. If I pass during some nocturnal blackness, mothy and warm, when the hedgehog travels furtively over the lawn, one may say he strove that such innocent creatures should come to no harm, but he could do little for them, and now he is gone. He is gone, that he is poet. Okay, if I pass during some nocturnal blackness, mothy and warm, if I die at night, this particular, the first line of the stanza 3 means if he dies at night, then what will happen? Nocturnal blackness means the darkness of night. Mothy and warm means the night is mild and full of small flying insects like moths. When the hedgehog travels furtively over the lawn, at a time when a hedgehog quietly moves across the grass. Furtively means secretly or quietly. Furtively means secretly or quietly. One may say he strove that such innocent creatures should come to no harm. People might say that I tried hard to protect these harmless little animals. So here we can get one idea about Thomas Hardy, that he is trying to protect these little animals and little insects. Okay, strove means tried, that the poet is trying, but he could do little for them, and now he is gone, because the poet is dead now, because the poet is imagining a future where he is no more. He has died, he has faced his demise already, but I was not able to help them much, and now I am dead. So this is a little summary over here for the readers, for the students. You can pause here and study, and we can swiftly go for stanza 4, that is saying, if when hearing that I have been stilled at least, they stand at the door, watching the full starred heavens that winter sees, will this thought rise on those who will meet my face no more? He was one who had an eye for such mysteries. Okay, so in case, if meaning in case, when hearing, upon learning or finding out, they stand at the door. People like neighbors and friends come and stand outside my house. Like when the poet faced his demise, when the poet is dead, then his friends, his neighbors, the people around him come and stand at the poet's doorstep. And that was the time, like winter, already mentioned over here ki winter, ठीक है ना. So next, watching the full starred heavens, watching the full starred heavens that winter sees. Will this thought rise on those who will meet my face no more? He was one who had an eye for such mysteries, watching, like looking at attentively the full starred heavens, the sky filled with many bright stars that winter sees during the winter season, when stars are especially visible, because in winter, like during winter season, the sky is more clear than the summer and the rainy seasons. Will this thought rise? Will this idea or memory come to mind on those who will meet my face no more, for the people who will never see me again because I'm dead? He was one who had an eye. He was a person who noticed for such mysteries, the mysterious and beautiful things in the world, like the night sky in the environment. Later, the summary is here, a little summary for the students. Next, we will go for stanza 5. And will any say, when my bell of quittance is heard in the gloom, and a crossing breeze cuts a pause in its outrollings, till they rise again as they were a new bell's boom. He hears it not now, but used to notice such things. Used to meaning the poet is no more. The poet is kept on saying the same thing, that he is no more, and that's why he's saying, like his neighbors, friends will say in that manner, that there was a person who used to notice, who was a nature lover. He used to notice the minute details of environment. And will any say, will someone say or think, when my bell of quittance is heard, when the bell singing my death or release is rung in the gloom, in the dark or somber atmosphere, and a crossing breeze cuts a pause in its outrolling, and a breeze crossing through briefly pauses the sound of the bell ringing till they rise again, until the bell sounds continue again as they were a new bell's boom, as if it is ringing a fresh clear tone again. He hears it not now. The speaker does not hear the bell anymore because he is dead now, but used to notice such things, but he used to pay attention to sounds like these before he died. So these are the rhetorical devices available in Afterwards. You need to know these things as well. Like personification, death describes as the present shutting a door in the line 1. We have noticed this, that rhetorical device is called personification. Next, simile, comparing May leaves to wings and dusk to an eyelid's blink. Imagery, vivid description of nature, hawk, hedgehog, stars, wind, evoke quiet and tender scenes. Repetition, each stanza ends with imagined remarks by others highlighting memory and remembrance. Juxtaposition, contrasting life continuing around the speaker's death. Colloquial language, very normal conversation like tone we have noticed in this particular poem. That's why colloquial language. Last lines in each stanza mimic casual speech or thoughts of neighbors, making it personal. So this is the all over summary of Afterwards by Thomas Hardy, where Thomas Hardy is imagining an imaginary future where his neighborhood people, his friends might remember him as a person who was a very dedicated nature observer. Thank you. Keep studying. Don't forget to subscribe. This particular poem is in Calcutta University CCF Sem1 Semester 1 Aec1 syllabus, compulsory paper, compulsory English. Keep studying. Goodbye.